Look at those letters. Just look at that. Yes.
Alright, so I'm Antoids.
And I'm Kick Bandit.
And we're going to be playing Chrono Trigger.
Well, he's going to be playing Chrono Trigger. I'm going to watch and be enthusiastic about it.
Alright!
Yeah!
If you guys don't know what the deal with us is, we play video games and we try to look at them as a complete whole and think about, how the music, the mechanics, and the visuals and the writing all kind of come together to make one cohesive whole.
It's a little like a regular Let's Play, but slightly more pretentious.
Slightly more pretentious, exactly. Alright, so real quick, the game starts to throw you into choices. This is just the battle style. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy, you'll recognize the active wait style, which basically just means, based on how fast your characters are, they attack quicker or slower.
Yeah, but if you're not ready, or your characters haven't managed to prep themselves, the enemies will jump out and booga booga all over in your face.
Yeah.
I didn't really... okay, I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention to what you chose, so we'll just feel this one out as we go.
I just did wait, because that's easier. And because I feel like we're going to want to...
mode.
I feel like we're also going to want to talk during combat. So that'll be a good way to kind of pause it.
Alright, that works. Yeah. I accept your justification. Now, this is one of my favorite games. I haven't played it in forever, but I have a lot of strong memories about this one. This and Final Fantasy VI actually taught me to read. I've got an older brother, and he's a speed reader, so he would always just motor through a lot of these dialogue sections. So I've got a lot of good feelings about this one. I'm excited to be here, Chet. Here on the field. Got my head in the game.
Iconic like, wake up, Chrono.
Yeah,
which is good morning, Chrono, but.
Close enough. It's iconic. People will know.
Also, in case you didn't notice, from the character avatar that was clearly Goku, the guy who makes Dragon Ball Z did all the concept artwork for this game.
All of it. It shows. If you do a quick Google for Chrono Trigger, and then do another Google in another window for Dragon Ball Z, you'll see it.
You can't tell the difference. No. Although that's not a point against the game, because I think the sprite work benefited from it.
It's really hard for me to look at a game and say that the artistic, like the graphics and what they used, is in some way a negative impact. It should be an intentional move, but
I think going with him was a good idea, because it gives you this sort of Dragon Ball Z is this kind of. It plays itself serious, but deep down it's silly.
Deep down? You gotta look pretty far for that.
You gotta try.
Yeah.
Also, this is something, this is Chrono's room. And you go downstairs, let's go back upstairs. Fuck this. You can kind of,
Mom.
say, fuck it.
You're not my real dad.
Close the drapes, and go back to bed. Immediately.
So here at Birchwood, we really like to emphasize pacing in our videos, and the first thing that we want to do to start this off is take a nap. Start it slow,
Oh dear, I've forgotten the name of your lifelong friend Bulma.
Butts.
Do you want to go that route? Because I'll totally name her Butts. We can go one of two ways.
You've got me at a moral crossroads. If somebody watches this and loves this game, they're gonna be mad at us. Let's name it Butts.
Alright, we're doing it.
You gotta spell it with a Z, though. Oh, too late.
Oh, I'm sorry, too late.
Sorry, you just don't know your English so hard.
That's right, Butts. I forgot now.
That's right. I'm gonna regret that. Alright, so I love that the cat follows you. It's
yeah, the cat'll totally be like,
cat's your cat. It's it likes you for some reason. I'm not sure why, because so far we've taken a nap and named our lifelong friend Butts for our mother forever. We're kind of a dick so far.
So, this game kind of does something a little neat. When you hit the world map, you can kind of tell what buildings you can go in and which ones you can't, because the ones you can are fucking green. Like, it kind of immediately says, like, hey, these buildings are different. Go check them out.
I'll have you know, 8-year-old me never caught on to that.
Like,
I knew which ones I could go to, but I didn't know why.
The other neat thing that I don't think I've ever seen in another game is when you talk to someone and you're in the middle of a cutscene, you can just walk around like this dude right here. You can just go, hey, what's up? And if you run away far enough, you just it just ends the dialogue.
Now, it should be noted that this is a thing that persists even today. Like, that's something that if you go out and play massa Halos, it probably happens. I haven't played
that you can't you can't. Oh yeah, because if it's like real time dialogue, like if it's people talking, you usually can. But if it's anything text based, like it usually just locks you in place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the fair is kind of neat. It's got a lot of fun stuff to do. I'm gonna jump into a combat here real quick, because we're gonna spend a lot of time doing bullshit, and I kind of just want to give you guys a taste of some action.
The fair is all about stupid bullshit, by the way. The fair really sets up this great feeling of innocence, and the world is, you're having it's a festival time. It's a good week to be you.
So yeah, this is kind of like your training combat. This is actually something pretty interesting about Chrono Trigger. Like right off the bat, it kind of establishes what combat is all about. And you see right here, I'm waiting for the dude, because if he's too far away to counterattack, the only thing he can do is this shitty little 1 damage song. But if you attack him when he's close, one, he'll clonk you anyway, but two, he does this kind of like super clonk that does almost double damage. And like
clonk, 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 clonk.
Yeah. Like this is sort of the game teaching you like that is all about just waiting for the right moment to strike, and it persists throughout pretty much every combat in the game. Mm-hmm. It's just kind of like right here, it kind of just tells you flat out. Even if you're just mashing buttons, you'll eventually hit him when he's too far away.
Yeah.
So you'll find that out, and I think that's a really good way to teach the player that.
Also, Gato there is a beautiful soul on the inside. Oh god, wasn't there like a promotional video or something where they actually sing the song and it got English dubbed and it's awful? Like I vaguely remember this.
I don't know if it got English dubbed. I've seen it in Japanese.
Okay, so I'm not totally crazy. I'm just mostly crazy.
Restore HP. But yeah, if you read those words, there's no fucking way that shit fits in Japanese. Or no, in English. But in Japanese, it totally fits. We hurt that girl and she dropped her pendant.
Stealing jewelry from ladies. It's just like real life.
Yeah.
See? Isn't he relatable?
My pendant. Yeah, it's lots of sentimental value. Fuck you. I'm gonna go sell it. No. Let's give her the pendant back.
I like that she follows you. Like, hey, I guess she didn't. Sorry.
No. She only
My
does
frame
it
rate's
after
back
you
to
give the
7
pendant
again.
Back. Aw.
It's alright. I can cope.
So another really cool thing this game does, super emotive like sprites. This is like one of the things that it kind of took out of Secret of Mana in Final Fantasy VI. And I think that's one of the ways that the Akira Toriyama style kind of benefits it. So, Cake,
This.
got any names?
Ugh. We already used butts, and I don't want to.
Oops.
Kerple?
Let's not be that. Oh, there's only 5 letters.
Yeah. You know what? I think default is fine for her.
Okay, so Luca is a butt, but everyone else.
Nerd.
I forgot my name. Yeah, so now she's just like, hey.
Now the butts thing was kind of my Legend of Zelda knee-jerk reaction. Like, the fact that we did it to another NPC that, isn't ourselves is kind of weird. Yeah. To saddle them with the name Butts.
Alright, so this is just a button-mashing minigame. If you can do it fast enough...
You need a turbo controller to do it fast enough.
You win some silver points. I disagree.
Look, 8-year-old me hopped up on Pixie Sticks and Mountain Dew, couldn't do it?
It is actually really super tough. Like you notice, like I kind of had trouble talking while doing it.
Yeah.
No, but
so this is a really cool screen that I remember because it replaces your button commands with dancing.
Yeah, like
which
the fair is all about just kind of screwing around.
Well, it's also teaching you things too. Like in different places, your button commands are going to do different things. Different prompts are going to do different things. The button mashing minigame, there's going to be minigames. It teaches you the fundamentals of combat through exploration. Like, it's a really good educational period.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, hey,
it's showing you movement.
Something cool.
Yeah, you've already figured out running.
Mm-hmm. But if you had it,
and I think the first area, there's a race that you can bet on. And it shows you that, hey, you're going to be able to play around with the RNG a little bit. Like, say what you will about it. This is actually a fairly important sequence.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's kind of like this lighthearted thing, but it's definitely this tutorial that's kind of hidden. This girl lost her cat. Let's go bring that little
Speaking of that cat, this also is teaching you, hey, look, there's going to be little mini side quests that you can do. Like, ways to interact with the environment, pro-social behaviors.
Oh, fuck! I gotta scare the cat away. He trapped me.
The mighty Chrono and Marl, thwarted by a kitty cat. Hero of destiny. Meow.
Don't get lost. Yeah, this kitty's kind of a jerk because he likes to get stuck on things, and so if you try to overshoot it, you'll get stuck on him.
Maybe it's because I had 8-year-old gamer magic at the time, but I never had that problem. Ever. Also, this girl is fawning over you.
The cat just gets lost.
The cat's just like, too much effort, not enough care.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go do that race real quick because that's actually something neat that I found out the other day while playing with it. As soon as this one finishes. But during the race, you can totally just sabotage the other racers and make them go really slow.
I didn't know that.
Make sure that they lose. It's not a super reliable trick, but it helps. It kind of tips the RNG in your favor. Can't anyone beat G.I. Jogga? Let's bet on G.I. Jogga. Sure thing. So yeah, so you can just...
I never knew if the old man's speculations actually influenced the outcome of the race.
They're pretty accurate. G.I. Jogger is almost always right, but sometimes that cat is just a little too fast. I think it's a 50-50 thing. There we go. Got him.
You cheating sack of crud!
What? It's a legitimate strategy. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's a legitimate cheat!
Yeah.
You con man.
Yeah, and it kind of introduces you to the idea of shops too. Like, hey, you wanna buy a sweet sword? I kind of don't,
Some-
because it's not that sweet, and the other one is super expensive. Yeah, sure.
What?
Oh. I guess that pendant is for some reason important.
It is so dear to this young woman. Ding.
This is a neat little, like, this is just like a timing minigame, which is, again, kind of reinforcing the lessons from Gato, like, just wait for the right time to strike.
Huh.
Like, it's subtle, but it's, like, kind of teaching you, like, you know,
Yeah.
timing.
I wouldn't say that it's fundamental to the game, but it is definitely something that the game revolves around. In some small way.
I think that it's actually super important. Like, because, like, this kind of wait for the right moment so that you don't get counterattacked thing is in pretty much every boss. Like,
Okay.
like we'll see as we go on. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure, like you said, it's been, like, since you were 8, so...
Yeah. It's
Uh,
been
the-
13 years or so.
The last time I played this game was around 4 years ago, so I was a little older. A little older. Just a little.
Yeah, it's been a while since I investigated this particular title. Now I noticed that it says too far away to counterattack for Chrono, but not for Marl. Is that because she's using a ranged weapon?
I don't know. We'll find out in a second. I think the reason it did that
Also,
was 'cause I
who
was
brings a crossbow to a fair?
Marl. Oh no, it was just because I was button mashing.
Oh, okay.
I thought that might have been it, but yeah, there you go. There you have it. Anyway, the reason I'm fighting Gato again is because he's kind of the fastest way to earn silver points, and we need a certain amount. We need 80 to keep going.
Isn't there like a ghost house or something that you can romp around into that's just for fun?
Yeah, that's what you need the 80 for, actually.
Oh.
Like to play in that. So yeah, we'll do another quick 2 runs through Agato.
Dong.
So it's kind of a neat little misdirection, because if he gets close to you, he'll attack you anyway. So you might kind of think at first, like, oh, you know, I might as well button mash so he doesn't get that many attacks off on me. But like, even if you do, you know, he spends so much time at the top, there's no way, even button mashing, that you're not going to get him up there and find out.
Yeah. Like, he's a pretty mobile, giant kitty silver point dispensing robot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, credit to him. Also, he can sing.
I think one more of these, yeah. I have the HP to deal with it. I gotta go back.
You gotta go home from the fair to the infirmary.
There's actually that little pink lunchbox out there, and that'll restore your HP and MP if you're low.
Doesn't that lunchbox come back to haunt you later too?
Oh, Cake Bandit, that would be a spoiler if it did that.
Well,
No,
if it
sir.
did that, that is why I phrased it in the form of a question.
No, it doesn't do that. No way.
See? We understand
No.
each other now.
Of course it doesn't do that. That would be silly. And yeah, if you're only doing like 1 or 2 fights against the guy, you can afford to button mash. And also, if you're only fighting as Chrono, you're probably going to come out a lot worse for wear if you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
need
that should.
you need the babe to soak up a few hits.
Yeah, there you go. To take a few punches directly to the eye, knock her down some stairs. You know.
You know, just generally be in the way.
So I think we're at 50? Oh, no, sorry, 80. That's what I meant. No, I would not. And if you're really awful, you can just spend the entire time on this test of strength thing. I say if you're really awful, but I've only managed to get it right once.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Oh, this thing. Isn't he kind of terrifying? Look at him.
Yeah, I think that's Kefka's laugh too.
I
From,
wouldn't
from
actually know.
FF6.
No, it's not the same. There's a distinct difference.
I think it might trivialize Kefka a little to reuse it.
Yeah.
Defeat all monsters for the hostage. Goose is cooked. Yeah, so this is a neat little, like... Oh! Uh-oh.
Oh, man, do we have to go back and get more to do it
I
again?
hope not. If we do, I think it just lets you, get past it. Like, yeah. I think it just lets you, trigger the next thing anyway.
Yeah, like, I don't think success is dependent. Or think that the next portion is dependent on your success there.
Oh, hey! Butts' device is all set up! She's at the north end of the square!
Buttses. God, we're mature and pretentious.
Yeah, of course.
Hold your horses, I want candy. You went and chugged soda and stole a lunch and beat up that robot and got me punched and roasted me alive.
He said there's no need to drag her by the arm like some kidnapper. We just gotta hang out and wait for her to make her decision. These things take time. You can't rush them.
Honestly, the shenanigans that they get into with those two characters, what with her following you around arbitrarily and you're strong, you're such a pig, giggle giggle, like, and then doing that kind of thing, they really set up a pretty good dynamic there. Like, they sort of establish a whole nothing could go wrong.
So basically, like, all these people are like, this invention's never worked. He's like, oh no, it'll teleport you. Which, I'm instilled with confidence. I wonder why no one wants to oh, I don't want to try to teleport.
You first, chump! Oh, man. Here it goes.
Let me just whack this machine with a wrench. Oh!
By the way,
feels
if
like I'm
your
being
machine
torn
requires
apart and
repeated...
reassembled.
Again, if your machine requires repeated blows from a wrench to operate, it's probably not that good. Like, you've got joysticks and doodads and dials, but wrench it.
Hey, Chrono, wanna try it again? No, ma'am.
No, thank you. Never again.
You can actually go run up on it and just do it as many times as you want. I don't think... I wouldn't want to do it more than once.
I don't know, like, depends on how it would be.
I think it would feel like you saw how it turns you into a bunch of little particles of light. Like, you're clearly being ripped apart.
Oh, are you saying that is not the
reassembled.
dream of commuters everywhere? To be ripped apart and suddenly be at their destination?
And then run and reassembled.
I know when I'm sitting in the car at a red light, I'm just like, someone tear me molecule from molecule and reassemble me at my destination!
Nothing will
question,
go wrong. What?
Question though, how would the authorities respond to incidents via teleporter? Like, would they be able to just stop your molecules from rearranging themselves on the platform? Or would there be like a small percentage opportunity for you to show up and be like half SWAT officer?
I think the latter, because that's a lot funnier. Right, so her pendant is like, oh no, what's going on? Wow.
Oh, my terrible choice in fashion! It has come to haunt me this day. If only I had sold it to the sword vendor. Oh no!
Look at that! Look at that! Mode 7. Delicious Super Nintendo.
Absolutely scrumptious. Truly scrumptious. Scrumdiddly-umptious.
Show's over. Get lost, folks.
We sent a girl to the void. Go home. We don't need your help. Everything is not our fault.
It definitely wasn't the telepod. I do not assume liability.
We here at Butts Incorporated do not assume any responsibility for any harmful results caused by our prototype invention set up at the fair.
Well, see you later, fuckers.
How much testing could this have? This is like a father-daughter operation here. How many subjects do you think they've really tossed back and forth there?
You know what? 0, because when Chrono went through, he was like, oh god, it actually works?
So much for being lifelong friends to the bitter end.
Well, you gotta. How old are these kids?
Well,
like
one of them
8?
carries a crossbow, so I'm assuming they're of legal age to carry crossbows in public.
But how old was that in the year 1000? Like
12?
5?
Goo goo gaga, hands up! My mommy and daddy always said that don't talk to strangers unless you're gonna splatter them across the room.
Okay, so we gotta find out what mysterious destination that could not possibly have to do with the word Chrono being in the title we're gonna go to now.
Hint, it's not a place! That's gotta hurt. Look at that!
Look at it glowing! Look at this! It's awful!
Ugh!